begin, permit me to give a brief introduction of myself. My wife and I moved to Ireland 5 years ago now. Since then, we've lived in 4 different counties. We've had a son born in County Kerry. We lived through a global pandemic here. We've met dozens, if not hundreds, of people who either have called Ireland home since they were born, or like us, have chosen to do so in more recent years. Between all these people that we've met, I believe I found a single unifying truth, one that is believed by every single person who even sets foot on Irish land: that the weather could be better. Ladies and gentlemen, at the University of Galway, I study silly little memes just like this one. You might best recognize memes as those funny little images someone sends you in a WhatsApp group. Funny or not, you still reply, LOL, haha, and you move on with your day. Memes actually have become a cornerstone of social media and how we interact with each other online. Memes are not just an outlet for creative humor, but it's a way that we participate in our ever-evolving digital culture. But unlike other pieces of culture, like Shakespeare, Beethoven, or Madonna, memes are created for the masses, by the masses. And through this chaotic creative process, you see some truly amazing things. A week ago, I asked the organizers to send you all a link and for you to share with us the funniest meme you can find. I'm glad to say we've got quite a few submissions here. The first thing I noticed going through all the memes that you submitted was just the sheer diversity in what we each find funny and relatable. Sorry. But before I came up here tonight, I had to go through each of the memes just in case there was something not appropriate for us to show on stage. Of course, there were none. You're all absolutely wonderful and clearly hilarious people. But I had to do it nonetheless, because what we've created here together is a microscopic version of a social media site. Unlike what we have here tonight, on those gigantic platforms, memes have actually become a real problem. They're being used as shockingly effective tools to spread hate, intolerance, and other forms of harmful content, not just jokes. So tonight, we'll look at 3 things: how memes go beyond silly little jokes and into the realm of spreading hate, why, despite our advances in technology, we're not able to filter them out from public discourse, and finally, what shifts we need in our technology before we're able to do so to create safe environments online for us and for our children. Because memes are created by the masses and for the masses, they've served to express truly grassroots opinions, regardless of which side of the aisle you're on. And because of this grassroots nature, memes are powerful rallying cries. The meme you see on your left rallied millions of people to cause a month-long haywire in the New York stock market, and the other spawned off countless conspiracy theories that ultimately led to a violent riot in the capital of the United States. Memes are not just silly jokes. I'm about to show you 2 memes that have featured in recent research articles, purely for how offensive they are. I've blurred out some of the most offensive bits, but it can still be alarming. If you might be sensitive to visual expressions of sexism, racism, and violence, you might want to look away. This is a genuine content warning. Feel free to look away. Here goes. The first meme you see uses cultural, societal misogyny to justify call to violence against women. And the other succeeds at insulting 2 completely different racial groups simultaneously. There are entire genres of hateful memes online. If you were looking away, you can look back now. These ones are so bad, I've blurred them out completely. These memes don't just spread or convey hateful messages, they trivialize that hate by incorporating it into the humor of the meme itself. They normalize it by giving the people who came up with these memes a way to connect with others who think this kind of nonsense is funny. These memes are dangerous. The question then becomes, how do we get rid of them? Why can't our technology do that for us? And that's where folks like me come in. I am a computer scientist. And when I see a problem as large and complex as understanding all the memes and finding the most harmful ones, quite naturally, I turn to artificial intelligence, AI. You might have heard of AI from the influx of news over the past year, with AI systems that can answer virtually any question you ask. Before the intermission, we've seen AI systems that can bring color to history. We have AI systems that can draw you entirely new images. Some people call it art, out of just giving it a few words. In fact, this image was generated by an AI when I asked it what an AI looked like. Impressive as these systems may be, AI has its limitations. Specifically, AI is only able to understand what we train it to understand. And we usually do this using associations. It learns language by associating words with sentences that contain those words. It learns images by associating what's inside the image with the label or the title of an image. For example, salmon at a fishmonger. But these associations are often very literal, whereas what we see in memes require creative, complex connections. You could be mean to someone by comparing how they smell to a skunk. But also because of this complexity, you could completely invert the meme by replacing the skunk with a rose. Or if you're still a fan of skunks, changing one or two words. And it's not just complexity. Let's go back to the meme we started with. And I'll add another one here. Do we have any Malaysians in the house? Quick show of hands, folks. Sorry, if you're on the balcony, I genuinely can't see you. People on the ground floor, Malaysians. Grew up in Malaysia, spent a few years? No. So it's literally just me. So it's not surprising to me that you don't recognize why this meme is so funny, why it's so scathing, and how it's a commentary on an age-old culture in Malaysia. Memes are so intertwined with the culture in which they're created. Even for us humans, many memes can be difficult to understand. So we have creativity and we have culture. Each something that AI already struggles to understand. Every single meme you have ever seen uses both simultaneously. So what can we do? We have horrible memes. We have to get rid of them in order to create safe online environments. We need AI technology that recognizes what truly makes a meme a meme. If you look through the diversity and the colorful creativity of memes, you'll notice certain structures, patterns within them. Memes have created around it a form of language. And just like any other language, it borrows from neighboring languages. It changes as society changes. And as you look at different communities, you see different dialects of this language of memes. But unlike any other language, memes are not limited to a single alphabet or a way of speaking. In fact, memes transcend format altogether. They mix image, text, audio, video, GIFs, or GIFs, whichever you prefer. Perhaps most challenging of all, the language of memes adopts new vocabulary and symbols. It evolves at a much faster rate than any language we've ever studied. to build technology, to build AI that is able to understand this language, we have to go to the root of all memes. We need AI that is able to understand the creativity and the culture that gave birth to that meme in the first place. These are two very human concepts. As AI researchers, we can no longer look at people as sources of data or as a benchmark to test our latest technologies. We have to understand the people behind each meme and those people that meme inspires to create newer memes. In a much simpler sense, we need AI that recognizes us as the humans we are. To conclude, I hope you now see memes the way that I do. They can empower your voice. They're a way for you to share your own brand of humor with a global audience. Most often, memes are just silly little jokes, but they can also be symbols of change. Unfortunately, they're also effective vehicles for hate. For us to foster a safe digital world that is free from hateful and harmful memes, we need technology that understands the individual creativity and the culture that surrounds us that gives memes their meaning. We need AI that understands us. Thank you.